Hello everyone, and a little bit of a different video today, at a different location as well, but maybe more on that a little bit later. So I sat down a few weeks ago, well, only about a week and a half ago, to get stuck into the Bavarians, and as I did that, my eyes wandered across to the pile of shame that I had, and yeah, it was time for a clear out. So that's what I did. But stuck a couple of things up on eBay, and kind of quickly realized that I would get sort of maybe more money for it if it was painted. So these items have been sold. But I just wanted to show you what you can do. I think if you put your mind to a week and a half of painting. So this Blood Angels Force was largely unpainted. Now it was built, but and some of the models were sprayed red, but apart from that, there was very little done. So I just thought I would show it off, just to show that I have been painting. I know there's probably not a lot of interest in 40k. I know my interest in 40k is currently gone, but I just thought I would show off some painted models. So that was a captain, I think, in Terminator armor. I bought him secondhand. Actually, in fact, I bought all of these secondhand. So he comes with a head that shouldn't be attached there, but it's really super glued on. So I just kept it. But happy with how he turned out. This is Lamartie's. This is an old metal model, so it's got a good chunk to it. But painted up really nice as well. And then, as you can see in the background there's 10 Death Company. So yeah, and nothing too fancy with the paint, just I done the base colours, give them a wash, and did a few highlights, and then give everything a dry brush of, I think it was Vallejo's White Grey, which just sort of, I like to say dirties the models up, but I mean, you can see it sort of catches the ridges there on that jet jump pack. So I didn't bother drilling barrels or anything like that out because, yeah, I don't think anyone does that. So some Assault Marines, some Death Company, some more Death Company over there, some veterans, a lot of just regular Firstborn Marines. I don't think they're seen very much now with the new Primera stuff, but whatever. The tanks I thought turned out pretty well. Again, nothing too fancy, just the base colours of wash and then a very quick highlight. And the tanks can always look dirty because, you know, it's the tank. So done some chipping and mud on the tracks there. So that's those. And yeah, and then it sold pretty quickly after that. So whoever gets it, I hope you enjoy it. But so there you go. And this wasn't the only thing that I got done because I call it a cupboard clear out. It was basically a Games Workshop clear out because I had this force for Age of Sigmar, which is a force of, I think they're Soul Blight Gravelords in Age of Sigmar. I just call them Vampire Counts. And I had toyed with keeping this army for the old world, but I've watched some battle reports. It's just not gripping me, and yeah, so I just left it. But again, I mean, just a basic paint job on the skeletons. If that'll focus, probably won't. A lot of color in the background, but I think the mass effect of this army is really good. But I did like the character models, so I think this is called a Vengorian Lord from memory. So I spent a little bit more time on him. Just bring out the detail in the armor and the wings, etc. So him, and then some Black Knights. Yep. I kind of went for a 3-color rule, which was, you know, the metal, the red, and the bone, and then washed it. A few chipping effects, and that was it. Easy done. But I think it's when it's based up and put together as an army as a whole, it looks effective. And again, these have been sold on, so whoever gets them, I hope you enjoy them. And then Manfred von Karstein on his dragony thing. I put some blood effect on the Spirit Hosts, which after I'd completed it, didn't like it. But yeah, it's done. So that's Blood Angels, Vampire Counts. This one I had painted a long time ago, but just thought I would show it now too, because it's on its way out too. It's a Gordrak, Fist of Gork. I was quite proud of this model. I put a lot of time into it with the yellows and different things. So, but off to a new home. So may he wreak havoc wherever he goes. So that's what, a week and a half's worth of painting, which I didn't think was too bad. Probably spent more time out in the garage and less time doing the things I should be doing. But it hasn't been all fantasy and sci-fi stuff, you'll be glad to know. I have done one historical thing, which was for Black Seas, which you might remember a long time ago I had bought. So as I was clearing out the things, I found it and decided, do you know what, I need to paint and do one of those. So I did. Painted up a frigate for the French, which I quite liked. Still need to add the flags. And then I thought, do you know what, I'll try the rigging. And it wasn't as horrendous as I thought it would be. It did take about an hour and 20 minutes to do all the rigging, but I think it looks really, really effective. It's quite simple. It's not. It's just time consuming. Now the only thing is that the tautness of some of the strings pushes the masts forward. So you see, if I push this mast back, the strings go to the tautness they should be, but they're being dragged forward by the other one. So these two strings and the one down here become a bit sort of loose, but I think it can be forgiven. And the only other little issue I had was just the angle of the sail was a little bit janky, and it was my fault for the way I positioned it, so I'll be more wary of that in the future. But at this scale, you get away with it, and that does look like an effective sort of ship of the line. So that's a French frigate done for Black Seals. Well, there you go, very quick hobby update. So that's sort of a few things cleared off the back of the mind and the cupboard now, and it's on with more historicals. So the next update should be some Bavarians, and then we'll just see how it goes. Again, this year, just looking at what I've got in the cupboard and on the to-do list and the to-paint list, I don't think I'm going to invest in any new projects. I know I had the small sort of epic pike and shot project. I might pick up a couple of sprues every now and then just to sort of tinker away at it. But I need to finish what I have first. I got a lot of Prussians, a lot of Napoleonic French, and some Russians and Bavarians to do. So I think once I get those out of the way and get back onto the pike and shot as well. And gosh, once you say it all out loud, it doesn't seem to end. It never ends. And I'm very interested in American Civil War, and I'm very interested in the Franco-Prussian War. And I was on Perry Miniatures the other day, and I was looking at their Japanese and Korean ranges, and then started looking at the 1592 invasion of Korea by Japan. And then you look at what rules you could use for that, and knocked the camera, and it goes on and on and on. But that is the beauty of the hobby. Anyway, enough rambling from me. Hope everyone is doing well with their hobbies. Hope you're all having a great 2024 so far. I'm loving all the videos at the minute as well. Particularly, I give a shout out to Roll More Dice. Roll Some Dice. I'll put the link in the description below because I want to get his name right. Hang on. Yeah, Roll Some Dice. He does great sort of solo games for American Civil War. A few Black Powder, Napoleonic games on there as well. And he recently did a very clear sort of introductory battle report to Black Sails. which was part of the reason why I decided I'll make up one of these ships. So definitely give him a look, because some great stuff in that channel. But anyway, enough rambling from me. Happy wargaming.